Well, good afternoon and welcome to the Vision Driven Family Institute Live, where we educate family leaders to fulfill their family's purpose, build wealth, and empower future generations. My name is Philip Porter.
And I'm Dr. Janice Porter. Good morning, everybody.
All right, we are your hosts for this afternoon. We're so excited about what we got to share. Like I was telling you guys last week in a little preview I did, this is going to be one of the most valuable, maybe one of the most important episodes that we've done in the past 2 years, because it's going to answer that one question that we get probably the most. It's going to answer the one question that we get the most after we've done our workshops and talking with families. You know, after you do the workshops, after you do that, people are excited. They always wanted to know, well, what do I need to do first to launch my family vision? Now that they know how important it is. So that's what we're going to talk about today in planning your first family vision retreat. All right, we always like to start our program with a quote, and Dr. Porter, I guess I'll go first. And our quote for first quote is, personal leadership is the process of keeping your vision and values before you and aligning your life to be congruent with them. And that's by Stephen Covey. So keep that in mind as we are going through our program on this afternoon.
The second quote, the family's vision has to be grounded in a belief or the idea that joining together is better than going one's own way. And that's by Dr. Curry Roseplock.
Okay, so we're talking about a family retreat, which we'll be talking about today, and family reunions and so forth. Like Dr. Porter said, we got to be grounded in the fact that we are better, okay? We are better by joining together, okay?
Right. Yeah.
And we talked a little bit about that on last week. Okay, before we get started, we'd like to first welcome all of our first-time viewers.
Welcome.
Okay, if you're viewing for the first time, welcome. If you and your family have a dream or a vision that you want to accomplish, you are at the right place at the right time. Okay, and as we're going through the broadcast, we'd like to make sure if you have any questions, please post them on Facebook. If it's more personal in nature, you can email us at visiondrivenfamily@gmail.com, at visiondrivenfamily@gmail.com if it's more of a personal question, maybe specifically in regards to your family.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But in either case, please feel free to join in if you have some tips as well, because we don't have all the answers. Okay, we've been doing this for a little while, so but we're going to share with you with what we have. Okay, outstanding. We got some announcements. Dr. Porter, want to share some of our announcements that we have?
Okay, well, the first one we shared last week and we'll continue to share until the event occurs. And it is on October 20th, 2018. The Fort Worth Book Fest will be there. Fort Worth Book Fest on Saturday, October 20th. And that is located at TCC 300 Trinity Campus Circle, Fort Worth, Texas, and we'll be there from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Okay.
All right. Very excited about that.
Yes.
And then also we have something new that's actually coming, and on October 1st, coming up in a few weeks, October 1st, 2018, we are launching our new Family Vision Weekend Retreat program. Okay, our new Family Vision Retreat Weekend Retreat program. And we're trying to come up with a name. Okay, we're trying to come up with a name for this program. So we're asking for the people in our group and our family and friends to help us come up with a name for this program. And we did post a one-question survey down below, okay, on our group Facebook page here. And those of you who can and will, we appreciate if you take that survey pick the best name in your opinion, and then submit it to us. Okay, we would greatly, greatly appreciate it. So it's only one question to have about 4 or 5 different names on it. Select one, send it in. That would definitely help us a lot.
Amen.
Okay. Also, just Dr. Porter, myself, we want to say thank you to all of you for sending us all of the congratulations, because we've been in a couple of newspapers down here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, had some articles written on us. In the past week or two, we was in the Dallas Weekly and DFW Black Arts, I guess, newspaper and newsletter.
Yeah.
Okay. So everyone who said congratulations to us, we just want to say back to you, thank you. All right. We're just excited about being in Texas. Okay. So that's all the announcements. Any other announcements, Dr. Porter?
Nope, you come. Just get right into what our today's topic is.
Okay, let's jump in for today's topic. And today's topic is planning your first family vision retreat.
Woo!
Ooh, okay.
Excited. We're excited about it.
Oh, we are definitely excited about it. And one thing you're going to have to do, okay, this is what we learn. This is what all the experts say, whoever called themselves an expert, okay? If you want to establish a successful family vision and mission for your family that lasts generations, okay? If you want to do that successfully, you have to start out by having a family vision retreat, okay? You're just going to have, there's no other way around it. You can have a full-fledged retreat. You can have a modified retreat, which is similar to something that we had, okay? But to have a chance to jumpstart it, you need to have a full retreat. That's what you got to have, okay? All right, and so how do you actually have a family vision retreat, okay? So that's what we're going to talk about today. So please, if you have any questions today, feel free to ask. If you watch this, you have some questions later, contact us as well. Okay. But planning your first family vision retreat has 4 phases. Think about it in 4 phases. Okay. And Dr. Porter, you want to share with what those phases are?
Yep, I'll just kind of give the title and we'll go through them in detail.
Yes.
Phase 1 is pre-planning. Phase 1 is pre-planning. Phase 2 is the actual planning. So phase 2 is the planning. Phase 3, family retreat event. And then phase 4 is debriefing and goal setting. Those are the order, those are the 4 phases. And now we'll start with phase 1, pre-planning, and talk more about it.
Okay. All right. Before you actually begin planning your first family vision retreat, here's a couple of things you need to think about before you, as you begin to lay that groundwork. Okay. And this is the pre-planning phase that Dr. Porter was talking about. The first thing you need to decide, and this is critical because we're gonna bring this up several times as we going through the various phases, is what type of family vision do you plan to launch or you plan to implement for your family? Okay, what type? All right, in our book, and if those of you who has been to our workshops, you know there's actually 5 types of family visions. Okay, we're not going to necessarily go into those in complete detail today and the definitions and all of that. All right, but you're going to need to do that first, because as we go forward, you're going to find out, okay, how that's going to impact your decision making. Okay, so that's number 1. So make that decision. Okay,
we're going to name them or just keep going.
We can go ahead and name them because we're actually going to touch on them when we go through there.
So we'll name them really quick. Okay, just briefly. It's the nuclear family vision. Nuclear, we won't define them. We'll talk about it a little bit later, maybe our next broadcast. Single family vision, immediate family vision, extended family vision, and then childless family vision. Those families who don't have any children. So those are the 5 types there.
All right.
And then we'll keep going.
And, all right. So we listed off those. So keep those 5 in mind when you begin the planning process, because that's going to determine everything, who you're going to invite, everything.
Right.
Okay. The second thing you need to ponder or to ask yourself is, do you need to have a family vision coach or advisor to help lead your family vision retreat? Okay. So that is one of the questions you need to ask. And to help you answer, let me kind of give you some things to go through to help you answer that question, okay, where you need someone professionally to help you. And to answer that, it depends on one, okay, what are the experience of your family leaders in, in putting in a family vision? So what are their knowledge? What are their experience for actually doing this? So if you got a family leader, or if there's someone in your family that has experience helping and working with people in implementing family visions, or even if it's not a family vision, if it's a business vision, school visions, whatever, right? You're just looking for someone in the family that has that type of expertise that can actually help you.
Right.
Okay. So that's one of the things that. The other thing, which is probably one of the most important thing, is the family member has to be a trusted and respected family member for other family members to listen to them.
Right, right.
Okay, so you want to identify that family member that has the trust and the respect of the family. And it may be an elder, it may not be an elder. Okay.
Right.
So those are 2 things you need to consider. The other thing you need to consider is, what type of family vision are we going to implement? Okay. Like Dr. Porter said, if it's a nuclear family vision, for example, that could be just a vision for just 2 people, the husband and the wife. Okay, and that's all. They're just trying to establish a vision for themselves, which is how our family vision started 40 years ago.
Right.
Okay, so you may not need a professional for that, or you may. Okay, that's a decision you need to make. The other one is, if you're trying to establish a family vision for your extended family, that's a whole nother ball game in itself. Now that one, we would most likely recommend that you do get a professional or someone that has that experience if your family does not.
Right.
Okay. All right. So keep those in your mind. So do you need to have a family vision advisor or coach to help you with your family retreat? Keep those thoughts in mind. That should help you make a decision. You can always contact us. We can help you walk you through that decision-making process as well. Okay? All right. So that's kind of the pre-planning. There's other things that go into that, but because of the time, we just wanted to touch on those 2 because they are the high level. Okay? All right. Look like we got a couple of people that joined us. Look like Greg has joined us. Thank you there, Greg. Glad to see you. Hopefully all is well today. And look like our brother Ron, all the way from Minnesota, has joined in. So good to see you there, Ron. Hopefully maybe Lois might be there with you.
Good morning, everybody.
So
good morning.
So
step 2, planning. Step 2, planning your family vision retreat.
Okay.
So here's the main question. Should you form a family vision retreat planning committee?
Yes.
And that's right. So then, yes, so who should be on the Family Vision Retreat Planning Committee, Philip? Who should be on that Family Vision Retreat Planning Committee?
Okay, now we're going to give you, based on our experience. So a lot of these is based on our experience and some of the things that we have. Okay, so who should be on your Family Vision Retreat Planning Committee? First, it's got to be a family member that believes, in the value of having a family vision.
Right.
Okay. They got to at least believe in the value of it. You don't have a vision yet. Okay. But they got to believe in the value and how important that it is. Okay. And the next one is to keep in mind is, if it's vision for more than one generation. And you need to have a representative
Yes.
from each generation.
Yes.
Okay, and maybe Dr. Porter can elaborate on that a little bit, on how important it is to have a representative from each generation. Okay.
Well, it goes back to the first quote that we had, that you're not doing this alone, you're doing it together with family, and that we're better together. And you want to pass it on to the other generation. So how best to do that than to include them, to have their voice at the table in the planning time, from pre-planning all the way up to planning. Generation 1, 2, 3, 4, ever how many?
Yes.
Because you're building a rapport, a relationship, you're building trust, and you're building legacy for generations, 50 plus 50 years out. And you want to have them right there at the table.
Okay.
Right.
So very, very important.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to reiterate this. A person that can be on your family retreat planning committee is a family leader and members who are trusted and reliable. Who are trusted and reliable. Okay. You know who they are in your family. Okay. So you don't want a family member that nobody don't trust. We all have them. So don't say we don't, because we all do. Okay. So they must be a trusted and reliable family member. Okay. It would be nice if you had a family member that has experience doing event planning, okay, that knows how to plan an event, whether it's a vision retreat or whatever it might be. If they got experience doing that, you definitely want them on the team.
Right.
Okay,
right.
For sure. Another one is you want the family members to have the time. Okay.
Yes.
So, I mean, you may have some people that have some good expertise, but if they're too busy, which many of us are, many family members are, they may be 100% in with the idea of having a family vision retreat, but they're just too busy working with family, with kids, with their job.
Just with life. They're just busy.
Just busy.
Time. Yeah, the time commitment is key. Okay.
So very important. Also, you want family members who like to communicate.
Yes.
Okay.
Like Philip. He does a good job.
All right. So you got to be able to communicate, like to communicate. Plus, the family members don't mind hearing from them when they call them or email them or so forth. Okay.
Right.
So communication is key, and maybe that's why that next generation is involved. Because if you like our family, I know you guys don't have no family members, because we got some family members that don't text.
Yeah.
Some family members that don't have email.
Right.
Some family members are not on Facebook.
Right.
Okay. All of that in the bag of chips. Okay. And then we got some family members, all they're gonna do is text. Don't call, because they're not gonna answer. Okay. Right. Some of them just gonna answer via email.
Right.
Some's gonna only do Messenger on Facebook. Some's gonna only, okay, all right.
Yeah. And remember, you need everybody. So as someone who will be able to communicate in all these different ways. But we also talk about finding a consistent way that you're going to communicate also.
Okay. So, and a lot of this does depend on the type of family vision.
That's right.
Okay. So remember, like Dr. Porter said, if you're working on a nuclear family vision and with just a husband and wife, you don't have to worry about all this other communication. Okay, so hopefully you just talk it across the dinner table.
That's right.
Okay, but if you're going with the extended family or some of the other ones, then some of these other dynamics will play. Okay?
Right.
Will take place. Okay, so who should be on the family vision planning committee? So hopefully we address that.
Yep. And then where should you have the family vision retreat at? Where? Does the place matter? Is that important, Philip?
And that's, based on each family, kind of what we found out is, based on each family. But what we can tell you is some of the experts who does, vision planning and all of that strategic planning and so forth, having your family vision retreat at a neutral place is more beneficial.
Right.
Okay. Because generally, if you got it at somebody's house, okay, somebody's calling, there's always a lot of distractions. Okay. So you know what the distractions are. You know, it's hard to get focused when you have all these distractions, being at home, the phone ringing, you pretty much name it. Okay, so most people suggest having it in a neutral place like a hotel or some conference room or neutral setting. Okay, however, but if your family's more comfortable having it on their own property or someone's house, that's good as well.
Yeah, just things to be aware of, be mindful of.
Okay,
So,
because
okay.
we did it both ways. When we
Yes.
did our, we didn't
Yeah.
call it a family retreat because we didn't know nothing about it when we was doing this.
Yeah, we call it a dream session. Or,
Family dream, family
Yeah.
dream session.
Uh-huh.
Our dream session, the one in Minnesota,
Mhm.
was at our house. Okay, the one in
That's good.
Mississippi was at a neutral location.
Right, a resort type place.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we've had it at both places,
Mhm.
and in that case, I guess they worked.
Yeah, we started what we know. That's why we're telling you. We started where we were.
Okay,
Yeah.
we started where we were.
We had an agenda. We were focused, but I'm probably getting ahead of us. So, okay. So, talk about where should a retreat be. So, how long should your family vision retreat be? What's the time frame?
Okay.
A little idea.
Well, based on our experience and what we've done, anywhere from 1 to 3 days.
Mhm.
Okay, and it's not complete days because you don't want to burn people out. Okay, because it can be overloaded with all the information.
Right.
Okay, so generally, day one is a Friday afternoon because most of these we're talking about a weekend.
Right.
Okay, for people's
Seem
time.
to work best.
And so a Friday evening, like I would do it from like a 7 to 9 on a Friday. Okay, it could vary. It could be 7 to 9, 6 to 8, or 6:30, whatever.
Yes.
Okay, a couple hours on a Friday. And then on a Saturday, it could be like a 4-hour time frame, maybe 9 to noon, and then break for lunch, and then 1 to 3. Okay. For the most part, that should probably be work, but once again, it depends on the type of family vision and the number of people involved.
Right.
Okay, because if it's a large family, there's a lot of things going on. You may need a day 3, which is on Sunday. Okay, we like to avoid that when possible. All right, but there's some families that are larger. Their agenda just going to have more things. Their dream sessions is going to take longer because it's got more people. It's got more generations. It has more dynamics. But if it's a different type of family vision, it might take Friday. Okay.
And then this next question kind of would go with the pre-planning stage. It says, how far in advance should you plan this family vision retreat? How far in advance?
Okay. We recommend 3 to 6 months in advance. And once again, that is very depending on who's all involved and the number of people involved.
That's right.
Okay.
And the type of vision.
But
yeah,
you got to plan. You must plan. You must plan. Okay.
Oh, wow. This next one is this question, should you schedule the family vision retreat during the holidays or during a family reunion? Doesn't matter. What does the experts say?
The experts say, we can tell you first what the experts say, then we're going to tell you what we did.
Right. That's right.
Okay. All right. Because we didn't know about any experts when we was doing it. All right. Matter of fact, we still don't know very many experts.
The research that we are reading came after we started. So we're reading, people put it in the book. And
okay, people put it in the book. So
the expert says?
But the experts say do not. They recommend not having it around the holidays.
Right.
Or your family reunions, especially if you are a family that has regular family reunions. Okay, you got to have already have a lot of culture. You already have activities that you just normally plan, and people don't like change. Okay, because you actually, this is substantial type of activity that's going to take place during this family vision retreat.
Right.
Okay, so you actually are talking about if you're trying to mix it with a family reunion or doing the holiday event.
Yeah, like a Thanksgiving or Christmas or something.
Okay.
Too much is going on.
It might be just too much. All right. So that's what the experts say. We have to agree with them. In our case, we actually did a modified version.
Yes, we did.
All right. So it wasn't a full-fledged family retreat, but we was talking about extended family as well. Okay,
right,
so we did a modified version like Dr. Porter was saying, and we actually did it, one was in Minnesota over the
Yep. Over the Christmas holiday, the Christmas break, winter break time.
Okay,
And then that was in Minnesota.
that was in Minnesota.
Then went to Mississippi for New Year's, and we had the next session in Mississippi during New Year's time when we started.
Okay.
Yeah.
But remember, during this planning process, we planned for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we just incorporated it in to the events that was already going on. So the family leaders, everyone knew what was going on
Right.
before, pretty much before time. At least the leaders did.
Yes, that's right.
Everybody else
and
didn't.
we were asking way ahead of time so people can be prepared. And we had a really great, it was a great turnout, lots of good participation and generations.
Yep.
With lots of a span of generations were there at the table,
Yes.
around the table.
Okay. Yes.
We did it at home, and right? We did it
Yes. Yep.
both at Minnesota was at our house, and in Mississippi was at the resort.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And you know, it was what we called it a dream session at that time. Okay. And we did, for example, one of the things we did, we broke them up by age.
Yeah.
When
did.
we had some questions that we wanted the family to answer,
Yes.
we actually broke it up by age because we didn't want the old people.
Yeah. We were blessed to have generations 1, 2, 3.
And 3.
Yeah, there. We had a few 4, but 4 was kind of young, but we were able to do 3 generations
Okay.
by age.
All right. So that's what we did. And it was the best way we did it because we did get some input so that the next generation after us, they did have a say, they did have a voice because all of them was together in the same room coming up and answering the questions and so forth.
I think breaking up by age, there was no intimidation. They felt really comfortable sharing. And then we came together and shared aloud with the whole group.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So should you do it during the holidays? Well, the experts say no, but you may have to kind of modify it. I mean, because you only got so much time, so much vacation. We're just saying it can be done, but you got to plan for it. Okay.
Just keep in mind, if that's the best time you have to do it to get everybody
That's
together,
right, that's
then
right.
go ahead and do it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Do you need 100% of family members to participate in the family vision retreat? This is a question we get all the time.
All the
Do
time.
we need
All the time.
100%? Does everybody have to participate? And that's a huge question that we have to really always address. And what's the answer? It depends, right?
It depends.
So what does it depend
It
on?
depends on, I go all the way back to the beginning on the type of family vision.
Yeah.
All right. So whether, you know, people ask this even for our workshops and classes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I need to bring my entire family to the workshop? Well, it'd be great if you could.
Right.
Okay. But the reality is, no, you do not, on the most circumstances, need 100% participation because you're not going to get 100% participation. Okay. However,
Right.
okay, if you are doing, once we go, you know, if you're doing a nuclear or single family, okay, vision with just a husband and wife and maybe a kid,
Hopefully you do have.
You hopefully-
You want everybody there.
okay, you want both the husband and
Yeah.
wife there because
Right.
it's the only 2 people involved.
Right. That's the nuclear vision.
Okay,
But if it's an extended family vision,
Yes, with hundreds of people.
then no, because you never get it. And you can't put things on hold because you're trying to get everybody. Those who are committed and believe, you just go forth. And then when they're ready to join, then you welcome them in.
Okay,
All right.
all right. So, I mean, even with ours, all the planning that we did, okay, we had some various sessions that we had during our event, you know, during the holiday, and everybody didn't participate.
Yep.
Okay, they just didn't. And if we have something now, do everybody participate? No,
But you still keep going.
but you got to keep going. But I also wanted you to know that is normal.
That's right. That's exactly right. That's
Okay.
normal. So just expect it and keep going.
Okay, no different than a family reunion. Everybody's not going to participate. Everybody's not going to get
You invite
involved.
them, they're welcome,
Okay.
but you keep going.
Okay, so
Keep loving them and you keep going.
keep going. Okay. The next question, should we
Yeah.
tell the family members in advance what to expect at the family vision retreat? Yes.
Please do. Yes.
Okay. Even more important, the leaders, you know, tell them what to expect.
Mhm.
Because because they need to prepare for it. You know, because there's going to be some questions. We're going to be talking about the family values. You're going to be talking about a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes people need a chance to think about these things before the event.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Did you define who you keep saying the leaders? Who are you
Okay.
talking about?
Who the leaders are?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, I guess I was just throwing that question out there. Somebody may have that question.
Okay. Well, once again, that still goes back to what type of family vision.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you're talking about a single family vision for one person,
Mm-hmm.
there's only one person, one leader.
One leader.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you're talking about an extended family vision like ours,
Mm-hmm.
okay, the leaders could be based on age,
Mm-hmm.
or they may not be based on age. Okay. So we have leaders that's in each one of our generations.
Yeah. Each
Okay.
generation.
In our case, the leaders, they are the ones that believe in the family vision, and they believe in what the family vision will bring and how it will help and benefit the family.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And all the leaders are not necessarily on the board. We have a board. We'll talk about that later, but our
Yes.
extended family vision also has a board that always steps up, and they are part of the leadership too.
Mhm.
But we also have other leaders who are part of each generation.
Okay.
So we'll keep going.
So some of our workshops, we
Yeah.
got some, what, G3s, Janice?
Yes.
I mean, teenagers,
Yes.
all right, and they'll tell you their leader.
Yes. They believe in a vision. They understand it. They're sold out, and they go forth. Yeah, they're leaders, and they have no qualms about sharing,
Okay.
which we appreciate.
All right. So, but the bottom line is, yes, as part of that trust factor, you know, yes, tell the family members and leaders what to expect, because during this process, it's going to be some questions you're going to be asking them to think about prior to the actual retreat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm watching our time. My time is about up. So step 3, really quick. The
Yes.
family vision retreat.
Okay.
Okay.
The family vision retreat. Okay. What do you actually do? Well, first of all, let me kind of back up. Okay. Where family vision retreat, one of the things you want to keep in mind, where applicable,
Yeah.
use family members that have certain skills.
Right. Right.
Okay. So for example, right, if you're going to have your family vision retreat and maybe it's at someone's home,
Mhm.
and if you got a family member who does catering,
Right.
okay, why don't you make sure you have the family member do the catering.
That's right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a family vision retreat at home and you want the place decorated because you want to set the environment, you want to set the ambiance for your family retreat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you got a person that's good in decorating, have them to come in and decorate. Okay.
Yeah.
So use family member skills
Use their
wherever
skills.
possible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, doing your actual event, your family vision retreat. So make
Yep.
sure you use those skills, but that means you got to know what the family member skills are.
Yep.
Right? Which we had to learn. Okay.
And that's another section about how you get their skills. But we'll talk about that, the inventory.
Okay.
So should you have a family vision retreat agenda? I think we alluded to that.
Yes.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
Create an agenda for your family vision retreat.
Yes.
Get input from each generation
Mm-hmm.
for the agenda.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So should you take notes at this event?
Definitely. Okay. You taking notes because you know this is history for your family.
That's right.
How did your family vision get started?
Mm-hmm.
Where did it actually start? Who was actually there? Okay, what were some of the decisions that was actually made?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what were the values that was actually decided upon by our family?
Mm-hmm.
What was our family vision photo? What did we come up with? What did our family shield and crest end up turning out to be? What was our family prayer? What did we decide on? I mean, in the list.
Yeah, all of that. And then it's so key that you do that because you're building, you're being transparent, first of all. That helps to build trust, help to build rapport and relationships. And you want to make sure
Mhm.
everything is shared with all the family members, even your finances. If there's any money involved,
Yes.
make sure you share your finances in that written report, in those notes.
Okay.
All right, so what should we include in the family vision retreat agenda?
Okay.
Really quick.
Wow. There's no quick way.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm just telling you to do it right.
yeah.
all right, to do it effectively,
Mhm.
all right, we're going to recommend, because there's no shortcuts with it if you want to do it that's going to last you for generations. We're going to recommend you get our book, our workbook, and just follow it.
Yeah. I'm trying
Okay.
to show you
So we have to raise
book.
it up. Yeah. You can
Okay,
get
I'm
our
sorry.
book, and you get our, especially our workbook,
That's the book.
because you want to follow it.
And that's the work.
Okay. And your family retreat may be more than one weekend.
Yep.
Okay. Because I mean, the book got 20 chapters in it, maybe more.
And the key is that you got to take time to build a foundation.
Okay.
And that's going to be your biggest part for that 6 to 8 hours. And it may take longer than that, but you need at least 6 to 8 hours to lay the foundation and to build together.
Okay.
The understanding.
So those details are in the book, like Dr.
Mhm.
Porter said. You can't really go line by line. Those who came to our workshop, you get a little feeling, because it's going to be very similar that what you got at our workshop, our family vision workshops. It's pretty similar to what you're going to be doing at the family retreat.
Mhm.
Okay, that's for those who've taken our workshops.
Mhm.
All right. So as it's very detailed, but you're gonna, I mean, there's no other way around it. Not gonna sugarcoat it. There's no other way around it. But the benefits is so huge for generations, right?
Right.
I mean, you do not want a short term. It's just like Dr. Porter. Was there any shortcuts to getting your doctorate degree?
No, no. You can skip any steps. That's right. Nope, nope. No
Okay.
shortcuts.
So there's no shortcuts. All right.
It's a journey and it takes time, but it's worth it.
Okay. So just like school and studying, there's no shortcuts. Now you can get some coaching, you can get some mentoring.
Yes, and that's key. You need
Okay.
that.
And we can help you with that.
Mhm.
All right. But I'm just saying is those 20 chapters, eventually you're going to have to cover them. It may not be all on one weekend, maybe 2 weekends, maybe 3 weekends across the year, whatever.
Mhm.
Okay.
And yeah, the first workshop we did, it was spread out over 6 weeks. And actually might have maybe 8 weeks. We thought maybe 4, but depending on the number of people and what you're doing, it takes some time, and that's okay. Just plan for it. And make sure you add at the end of your retreat,
Mhm.
you should have your family complete a family vision retreat survey. Make sure they do that. Get that survey done, and any kind of feedback. So I went to step 4 about the debriefing.
Yeah, debriefing. Go ahead.
So after debriefing, the very last step, review how the family vision retreat went. So do the survey and complete it. See family vision retreat survey that were complete. Look at it, document what went well, and then document what you need to improve. What went well and what you need to improve. And then set goals and determine the next step. Do it together. Set the goals and determine your next step.
Okay.
Next steps, rather.
Yeah, because this is an ongoing process.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't do the best job at this.
Yeah.
We have gotten better with doing regular family vision conference calls
Yes.
with the family. So we've done better. But once or twice a year, you do need to get together, especially if nothing else, the leaders need to.
Yeah, use that technology.
Okay,
Yeah.
but definitely use the technology for sure.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's very, very, very important. So like Dr. Porter said, the debriefing session, do not overlook that, guys. Just when, a month ago, we went to look at some land down here in Texas for our family, part of our family vision. Okay, we went to look at the land. We live streamed it on our family's Facebook page.
Yeah.
So other families who are in other parts of the country can view it. But then afterwards, we actually had a debriefing session at Greg and Samantha's house.
Right.
Okay.
Mhm.
So we actually live streamed the
We
debriefing
did.
session as well.
And ain't no perfect way to do it. Sometimes it may look and feel messy, but that's you talking about people and human and working through the vision. You want to hear everybody's input. You want to get the questions out there. No, we don't have all the answers, but we know what the goal is. We're working toward the same goal, and we're going forward together. Debriefing is key.
Okay.
We learned a lot too. You can always learn a lot.
All right.
All right, so where we at now?
Okay. All right. I think that's the 4.
Call to action. That's
Yeah.
the 4 steps.
That's the 4 steps. And just to review the 4 steps, the 4 phases.
4 phases, yes.
Okay. Of a family vision retreat is pre-planning,
Then planning,
then family retreat, the actual event.
And then end with debriefing and goal setting.
Okay.
And debriefing and goal setting at the end.
Debriefing, goal setting.
And now, call to action, Philip.
All right. So, one, if anyone needs any help, needs any assistance in this process, because I'm just telling you guys, there's no way around it. You gotta have to get your family vision started or going to the next level. You have to have a retreat. Okay. This is what we do. We can help you with it 100%, or we can just coach you with it.
Yes.
Or we can just answer just 1 or 2 questions to help you move along and so forth. Okay. And that's why, you know, officially October 1st is when we officially starting that, which is why we got the survey going on. We're actually trying to get a name for this for our new program that we have, that we're starting on October 1st.
So please complete the survey. We want your input. We need your input.
Okay. Hello there, Christine, all the way from Minnesota. Glad you joined us as well. So if you have any questions as you look through this live streaming, please ask us. Please post your questions, because maybe other members have the same question. Or you can email us at visiondrivenfamily@gmail.com. Feel free to do that as well.
Yes.
But trust me, you know, we've been doing this for a while. We got, what, 3-4 generations now. I can tell you what our family vision is. So it does work, and it is work, but we'll also tell you it is definitely worth it.
And we are here to support you. You have to write your vision down. It won't really kick off and get started until you write the vision and make it plain.
Okay. All right. And hopefully everyone enjoyed the broadcast for this afternoon. We appreciate your feedback. Okay, in regards to the broadcast, and please share with some other family members if you would like. Okay, our next broadcast, we will not be broadcasting next Saturday, because we will be traveling. Thank the Lord.
Yes, we will be.
Okay. Matter of fact, we'll be traveling. We'll be having our Family Vision Board retreat in Mississippi.
Wonderful state of Mississippi.
All right.
September 21st and 22nd.
Okay. So that's what we'll be doing for next Saturday. We will not be broadcasting. However, we do have more than other hosts for our broadcast.
Yes.
So we can, if one of our other hosts, 1 or 2 of our other hosts are available, they will be doing the broadcast on next Saturday at 12 noon. If not, then we will see you on the following Saturday, which is
the 29th.
The 29th. Okay?
September 29th.
September the 29th. All right, now everybody knows we like to close our broadcast with a quote. We like to have Dr. Porter to read that. And it's actually going to be coming from our book and from our co-author, Vanessa Patterson. Okay. And it's going to be coming from the Power and the Vision Driven Family Workbook, chapter 16, page 45. Dr. Porter.
Okay, it says, invest time to investigate the steps to secure the future of generational blessings. Commit to a life of high morals and values. Therefore, the example is set. Secure in your heart the word of the Lord. The word of God is your security of success. Plan and save your money to finance the vision. Think big and think out of the box. Think with clarity and assurance. And that quote comes from Vanessa Norwood Patterson. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So hopefully everyone enjoyed the broadcast for this Saturday afternoon. And we like to say we appreciate you coming to the Vision Driven Family Institute live broadcast, where we educate family leaders to fulfill their family's purpose, build wealth, and empower future generations. Thank you very much, everyone. Have a great weekend.
All right, be blessed. Goodbye.